Hey guys, and welcome to an Aspie's Point of View, where I give you my opinion on stuff. So today I wanted to talk about making your home at work. About a year ago, last August, some of you will remember that I got a new job, and if you don't remember, go back and watch the videos. They're really good videos. Anyways, if you do remember, it was a very stressful time for me. I absolutely loved my job. I would never have chosen to give up my job. I loved everything about it, and I had completely drunk the company Kool-Aid. I believed in their business model. I believed in their mottos. I loved my job. I cannot stress that enough. And when I actually ended up leaving, my job position had been eliminated, and I had been going on some interviews, and I got offered a job, and I did accept it. I went back to work my last week, and I was so distraught that I couldn't do it. I talked to my boss and I said, I can't do this anymore. Can today be my last day? I was that upset. And so, obviously, it was partially I'm leaving a job that I know and that I love, and it was partially fear of the unknown. Well, the unknown came to pass. I started working at my new job. My first day, I got my office, and I was like, oh, this is cool, but it's never going to be home. My other job is always going to be home. And every day for a very long time, I would go into the store, I would check on my department, I would face all the product, I'd walk around with the employees and chat, and it was a return to normalcy after a day of being plucked out of normalcy and put into something that was very new, very confusing, and very foreign to me. And I did that for a long time. And I finally stopped doing that. And I noticed that I was going less often. And then I noticed that I had stopped going completely, but I had no notion of why. And a few weeks ago, I went in, I had to get my computer fixed. There was a problem. And I walked in and I looked around, and I looked at one of the people who used to be a lead with me, and I said, what happened? I don't recognize anybody here. And that was when it first dawned on me, that might not be my home anymore. And today I was having kind of a difficult day, just in terms of emotions. And I've been having a lot of them lately. I've been dealing with them in different ways. And today's way was to go to the store under the guise of checking on my computer. But really, I wanted to go home. And I walked in. And while I had an amazing time talking to some of the new employees, seeing how they worked, getting in on one of the sales and actually making a recommendation to the client, maybe 2 or 3 sales, I'm going to keep that part to myself. Yes, facing product and organizing the store because, hey, old habits die hard. I started to realize that wasn't home anymore. As much as I loved it, as much as I loved being there, as much joy as I got from being a part of those sales that I was a part of, and from getting to be back in my element, it wasn't my element anymore. The store had changed. The culture had changed. The people had changed. A lot of the management had changed. And I actually posted on Facebook a little cheers joke. I posted, sometimes you gotta go where everybody used to know your name, and the ones who do are glad you came. Because really there was only a handful of people who knew who I was and greeted me, said hello, that I chatted with. And I did chat with one of the people that was in my department for quite some time, and we had a really good time catching up. But overall, it was a lot of new people. And I did hit it off really well with one of the new people. And it was actually funny because he asked me to stay longer, and I said that I had to go. My sugars were starting to drop. But this feeling came across me of, this isn't home anymore. And it hit me hard because a few weeks into working my new job, I went to the store on my way home in tears. And I went to my manager and I said, you've got to hire me back. I made a mistake. I'll be a salesperson. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll scrub the floors for you. I want to work here again. I need to be where I know what to do and where I know people. And he talked with me out in the cold for about 45 minutes. And in the end, he said, no, I'm not rehiring you. And I was so mad. And I said, a lot of things, but one of the things I said was, haven't I shown you enough how much I love this company? And he said that I had, but that this wasn't my home anymore. It wasn't where I belonged. And someday I'd figure that out. And I figured that out today. I was thinking about it, and I made more friends quicker at this new job than I ever did at my old job. A few weeks ago, Matt and I went to a wedding shower. Next week, Matt and I are going to a wedding. I had people who, when I couldn't drive, were driving me home every day by offering. I wasn't going to them and begging for a ride. They were offering. And while I had some really great friends at my other job towards the end, it was a long road to get there. And yes, part of it may have been that I grew a lot in the time that I was at my last job. And so I had learned how to make friends more effectively. But I feel like my boss was right. That isn't my home anymore. And I have finally recognized that. It's a nice place to go back and visit, but it's not home. My home is my office that I'm currently going to every day and doing my job and helping people that need help and making a difference in the world. And it was a hard pill to swallow because I hate admitting when I'm wrong. But Sal, if you ever see this, you were right. And Rob and John, if you ever see this, you were right. And Mom and Dad, I'm sure you're going to say you were right. Everyone, let me just get this out there. Everyone who said I was going to finally figure this out, you were all right. I was wrong. So if you ever had an experience like this, leave it in the comment section down below. Please, please, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I like talking to you guys, and it's really nice to see when people are actually watching my videos. So please do that, and please leave a like if you liked this video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.